Hey, St. Luke's, it's Phil Brown here. Hope you are doing well on this Friday afternoon. I'm just sitting here with my butterfly bushes, trying to listen to them, to hear them, to figure out what they're trying to say in this world. You see, about a month ago, we did the spring pruning of our butterfly bushes. I know it was probably a little late for all of you gurus out there, you gardening gurus out there, but I don't know if you can see on the video, but we cut them back to here, mid-March. We cut them back down to here, about mid-March, and they've already grown that much. It's amazing to me. It's amazing how fast these butterfly bushes are growing in this world. And so I'm trying to listen to hear what they might be saying to me. You see, I think we've had to learn how to listen a little bit differently in this world. Over the last month or so, our ears have been tuned to different things, to different voices, and to maybe different adventures in our life, to different people, and maybe even to the different ways that God might be speaking to you right now. We've had to learn how to listen through Zoom calls and telephone calls and FaceTime calls and not in-person phone calls or not in-person gatherings where we've learned had to listen to each other in a different way. And I want us to think about this afternoon what it really means to listen to God. Most of the spiritual gurus, the people who are really great at the praying part of this life of faith, push us to really think about our prayer life not as much as the words that we need to say or the right words or the profound words that we say to God, but pushes us to think of prayer as listening to God. There's Tahoe. Tahoe, say hey. Tahoe's not very good at listening, everybody. But we're working on it. But we're all working on it, aren't we? In lots of ways. Learning how to listen, about what to listen to and which voices to listen to and what God's voice sounds like, what God feels like in this world. You see, I think one of the pauses that we can make in this COVID time is to reevaluate our listening skills. If you remember from your parenting experience or from even growing up or from babysitting or anything, that sometimes listening is hard and learning how to listen is even harder. I think we all have some listening practice that we need to do. And so today, tune your eyes and your noses and your ears and all the textures around you into listening for God. In butterfly bushes or in dogs' faces or whatever it is that you have tuned into a little bit more closely. What is it that's helping you learn how to listen again? Listen in different ways. So that we might hear God's voice even in the midst of all of this, and maybe even hear God's voice in new ways. We are people who are called to listen. Scripture all over the place begins any directive with, listen, you people. Listen to what your God is doing. See what God is doing in this world. Are you paying attention? Are you listening? And I think we can. And I think we're learning how to do it a little differently right now. And so whatever that looks like in your world, I hope that you learn a new way of listening for God, even as we learn new ways of listening to each other and to what's happening in this world. Because we have been created by God to hear and to see and to perceive that God is doing something in our life. God's connection to us is powerful and it is trusting. And as we learn how to listen, that's what we do. We learn how to trust that the person that we are listening to is going to say something to us. That we don't have to fill the silence, but that God will speak and does speak all the time. Book of Isaiah says, I'm about to do a new thing. Yeah. I'm about to do a new thing. Can you perceive it? Maybe we can, but I think it takes some listening. And maybe we can learn how to do it better. So what ways have you learned how to listen to, or what are you listening to more closely these days? I want to know. Let us know in the comments. How are you listening better, and what are you listening to that's helpful in your life, that's helping you connect with God? And together, maybe we can learn how to listen a little better. Tomorrow morning, in the morning, and you check your highlights, we're going to have a prayer time with Dodd Sterling, United Methodist Church, our sister church across the city, to have some time in fellowship and being together, and maybe even listening for God there. And then, of course, we'll see you at 10:30 for worship on Sunday morning. Y'all be safe, be wise, and be kind to each other and to this world. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Tahoe, say bye. Tahoe, say bye. Tahoe, listen, say bye. He's not saying bye.
No.
Oh, Mia want to say bye.
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 Bye from the brown.
Saying bye. Tahoe's saying bye.
From the brown house, saying bye.